Turku in the stream of time. In Finland, the Middle Ages started no later than at the beginning of the 13th century and ended around the middle of the 16th century. Starting in the mid-12th century, the Kingdom of Sweden began to annex southern and western parts of Finland to mark its power. Sweden started to build castles for the king's governors in the army. Swedish 1 ore coin from the 1615 has been coined in Stockholm. The coin decorated with a 3-crown Latin text. Old Turku. Aboa Vetus tells us about life and living in Turku centuries ago. Here you can see ruins and cellars of stone-built houses, as well as streets and alleys. The artifacts discovered in the museum area sharpen the picture of the town's past. The oldest building dates back to the Middle Ages to the 14th century. Some buildings are a reminder of the later stages of Turku. The river Ora was an important route in medieval Turku. It was used by peasants' boats heading for the archipelago and by ships of merchants from convent quarter of their way to Europe. quarries and warehouses for storing merchandise linked the bank of the river. City of centuries. The cellar was originally built in the 15th century. It was an extension to the house on the left, built in 1390s. From the mid-18th century until the Great Fire of Turku, the building on spot houses a tobacco factory. You are in the cellar of a medieval house. The stairs in front of you head to the alley behind the house. The first reliable topographical map of the town, the Russian military surveyor's topographical map, is still an important tool for archaeologists because its accuracy. The individual buildings are marked according to the building material: wooden building in brown and stone buildings in red. Brought by ships, Turku was an important center of trade right from the beginning of its foundation. The central location by the sea enabled good connection with other cities. In medieval Sweden, Stockholm and Turku were only cities allowed to conduct foreign trade. The value of an artifact. The public is often interested in the monetary value of an archaeological find. Jewelry and precious metal finds are thought to be more valuable than other finds. For researchers, the value of archaeological facts lies, however, in the information it contains. Leather shoes, 1200 to 1521. St. Anne's Chapel. Animals in town. Formerly, living in towns was similar to living on a small farm. Crown town yards had cow sheds, storehouses, cookhouse, and privates. Animals were also an essential part of the medieval town. Chickens roamed freely, and shepherds took cows to pasture. A dog and a pig from Rettig, Alice. Animals roam quite freely throughout the town. That's why in alley and streets one often came across dogs and pigs searching for food through the rubbish. It was common to keep pigs in the town because there was plenty of waste and provide nourishment for them. From the owner's standpoint, it was easy to take care of the pigs because they searched for food on their own. As you can see here, you can see skeleton of 2-year-old boar. It was not fully grown upon its death. The skeleton was found along with smaller pig skeleton buried in a cellar. Both pigs had a rather rare anomaly in their shoulder bone, which suggests that they may have been related. There is also a dog skeleton on the street. It belongs to a male dog whose shoulder weight was about 59 centimeters. And in the spine there are healed fractures that indicate some sort of accident. A large stone-built house along the convent riverfront. An inn or sauna. The artifacts discovered in the large stone-built house indicate the purpose of the building. The findings from this period relate to the eating, drinking, and entertainment. Pieces of dishes made of clay or wood are found. A stairway from the street to the house. There was an entrance to the large stone-built house directly from the convent riverfront. In the late 15th century, you would have seen downstream on the right the direction of Turku Castle, 2 stone buildings. They were followed by a row of log houses behind them. Multilingual trade and governance. A German-built trade town was characterized by German burghers. who ruled over trade and town council governing the town. The crown and the officials who represented law and order to the nation, and by church who represented God and Pope. It was also the case for medieval Turku, second largest town in Sweden, and the population of Turku consists of German burgher leaders, other Swedish-speaking burghers, and the nobility Turku castle, as well as educated people. Aura Bathhouse, 1874 to 1907. Trade and shipping. Since the 12th century, southwest Finland belonged to the Swedish realm. During the 13th century, the church and the crown began to develop an administrative center downstream in the Oraki River Valley. At the same time, the influence of German merchants grew in the Baltic region. A combination of these factors created the town of Turku. Try playing the fox game with its rulers. Children's shoe made of late 1300. In the Middle Ages, there were a bit over 3,000 people living in Turku. Priests and clergymen lived near the church and convent. Merchants lived in stone buildings near the market and by the river bank. Bonitas. Aboa Vetus is a town quarter discovered underground, where people and animals have lived for hundreds of years. Archaeological excavations carried out over the years on the museum site have revealed more than a ton of animal bones and even entire skeletons. Bone finds. Most of the bones discovered in the museum area are from cattle. Second largest group are sheep and goat bones. Cow bones. Oyster. Rats. Horse. Horses work side by side with people in the fields and forest and on roads. Horses spend on winters and stables, but sometimes they would be brought to the barn warms by people's dwellings. A number of cats have been discovered with the cellar of large stone-built house in Aboa Vetus. Two almost complete skeletons have been given names. Hisky. My name is Hisky, and my friend Lukoman can be spied lying down on the upper right-hand side. Jesse has some natural deformities on his hips, a form of acute vertebra and sacrum, as well as some deviation in his limb bones. He almost likely walked with a limp. Since the beginning, the rock drummer became interested in world music. Guchen made his artistic breakthrough in his debut exhibition, Rabba Hip Show 89.